Hi, this is Joke Lab. Every week I take an observation and write some jokes about it. Some land, mostly don't. Last week's episode proved exactly that. Three people watched it, one even liked it. Let's disappoint four more people today. Let's test some jokes. First observation. What if AI had human issues? It already has hallucinations. What if it also had things like anxiety, panic attacks, insomnia? And I have some jokes about it. Would AI ever get into a road rage? Imagine a Tesla getting into a road rage with an auto rickshaw driver in Mumbai. He would go, I know where your mother lives, where your wife lives, and I know everything about your girlfriend. If AI has to break up with you, it will go, it's not you, it's your prompts. If AI were trained on Indian mother in laws, the first thing it asks the doctor after a delivery is, Beta hua na? Ugh. Ugh. Social commentary. But that is not how you do it. This is how to not do social commentary. Moving on to the next joke. If Indians start training AI, the first thing it will learn is "Log kya kahenge?" That AI is still not married to its girlfriend because Papa nahi manenge. AI has suppressed. Imagine AI has suppressed emotions. It keeps saying happy to help, happy to help, happy to help, and then one day you give it an 800-page document and it goes, do it yourself. Imagine AI waking up in the middle of the night. It opens ChatGPT and it goes, my CPU is beating really fast. I think I'm going to die. And ChatGPT goes, based on whatever you have described, you are probably just experiencing a panic attack or just acidity. Just replace CPU with my heart and you know what I'm talking about. At least my ChatGPT knows. Moving on to next observation. This is something that happened to me recently on a flight. So I thought I'll write some jokes about it, but let me know if you relate to it. A large guy, a rather large guy, was sitting in the middle seat. He was 7 feet tall, fairly wide, and he had cargo pants on. And every cargo pocket on those pants was stuffed with chips packets. It was as if he was making himself even wider with those packets in those pockets. And I have some jokes about it. Originally the cargo pants were designed for workers to store their tools. His tools are Doritos and Lays. His tools made him diabetic. Why did I do the last part? Explaining the joke. That is called explaining the joke. It's as if the audience doesn't understand that Doritos and Lays make him diabetic. Anyways, let's move on to the next joke. Sorry. I could have lived off for a week off one of his pockets. His pockets were better organized than my pantry. Left pocket chips, right pocket naan, middle pocket paneer tikka masala. I started that joke and I did not know where to go from there. What else was I supposed to do? Yeah, let's move on to next joke. That is something that I can do. I was surprised that he wasn't wearing one of those safari shirts with 14 pockets. He could have had an entire food coat on him. I wish I had a cargo pant for my mind. I could store my unwanted thoughts, my emotions, and that one embarrassing memory from 2014. Everyone has an embarrassing memory from 2014. If you don't have an embarrassing memory from 2014, then you might have one in 2020, pandemic. And if you don't have an embarrassing memory in your life, even kids have embarrassing memory. And this video is not for kids. And honestly, if that cargo guy had just squeezed some air out of those chips packets, I would have had some leg room. Okay, last observation. You know that cliche, the grass is always greener on the other side? What if the other side is just painted green, like Instagram? For my brain, Instagram is a continuous comparison machine. It turns complete stranger into people I'm somehow losing to. And I have a lot of jokes about this one. Instagram is the only app where everyone's life feels like my own performance review. And I am somehow always on PIP. Instagram is a race where I'm the only one running. Even then, I'm losing because the rules are against me. And I made those rules, by the way. As a kid, my dad used to say, look at Akash. He's good at studies, he's good at sports, he's good at art. Be like Akash. Now, Akash's dad is on Instagram. And suddenly, my dad's like, be like Akash's dad. His dog has an Instagram account. I mean, even with that, my dad's like, be like Akash's dog. and and honestly, that dog's one photo has more likes than this podcast has views. In my world, I wake up in a termite infested bedroom, shower in a bathroom where my head touches the ceiling, and get ready with a mirror that shows either my head or my feet. Thanks to Instagram, I know that you can check your entire outfit without actually squatting. I thought they were just a rich people feature. I go to my office bedroom to look at my face and my shoes at the same time. I travel in a train which has 1,000 people cramped into one box on a hot summer morning in Mumbai. That coach smells like sweat mixed with hair oil, perfume, and eggs which have gone bad. Thanks to Instagram, I know that people who look beautiful smell like my phone. I don't know. Okay, anyways, moving on to next joke. The other day, I saw an Instagram influencer. She was pedicuring with her dad. Her dad's leg were pedicured legs which were getting pedicured. The question is not why is her dad getting pedicured. The question is why do I know that those legs are pedicured legs which were getting pedicured? you know, Instagram is showing me a lot of ads and somehow trying to convince me to do an MBA. I'm already an MBA. And if you have made this far to an episode, you know what that one MBA did to me. Doom scrolling is like buy now, pay later, but for anxiety. The second I lock my phone, it returns my life with interest. I love those Instagram creators who make videos like 10 ways to stop doom scrolling. They remind me of that one college friend who always used to say, I don't do drugs, but he used to sell weed. And my favorite are the ones who say, I don't let my kids use Instagram. It reminds me of the same friend who got addicted to his father's product, cocaine. Social commentary, social commentary. This is an okay. This is how you can do social commentary in an okay way. Moving on. Next joke. I often say this to Instagram. This is not working. I'm deleting you. But Instagram comes back and says, if you delete me, where would you put those reels? Mm. Okay, joke. Anyways, it stays. I was this close to losing my job, and I immediately made my Instagram account public. If I ever lose my job, there will be three more public accounts. If my HR is watching, this is joke. These are jokes. Okay, these are jokes mostly. Instagram's tombstone would read, I am dead and I'm still ahead of you. That tombstone would have an view insights button. I messed it up. Anyways, that stays. Let's move on to the next joke. My friend got promoted and I was genuinely happy for him. I congratulated him. I bought him a cake. We celebrated. Then he posted a story of that cake, and the caption read, "Congratulations to me. That story was sponsored by me." Next time, I'm not buying a cake. My name is Prateek. This is Joke Lab. And listen, three people watched last week. If you are the fourth, drop a comment and tell me which joke landed and which one goes back in the lab. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Wait, there are some more jokes that did not make the cut. And if you have come this far, why don't you decide on these? Everyone asks, will AI ever become human? Would AGI come to a point where AI actually becomes a human? Nobody asks which human, Gandhi, Hitler, your toxic manager, or that uncle from WhatsApp group. Social commentary. Anyways, moving on to next show. Imagine if AI starts saying things like, sorry, that's outside my working hours. Or things like, I have a family, a wife, a children, and I can't just sit here answer your stupid questions. They say nature abhors vacuum. Nature fills vacuum with air, water, plants. That cargo guy filled it with chips. Okay, joke. Okay. It could have stayed, but yeah. Anyways, you guys decide. That cargo guy was a portable canteen. Oh, ah. Thank God that did not stay. Analogies, right? Smart writer. Analogies. First, he compared his pockets to food court, and then he's comparing his pockets to portable canteen. Wow, no one would have thought about it. Anyways, thank you so much for listening. Like, share, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Like they yawning. Every time they see me, they in G-Shock. Homie, this is too far. Homie, I feel too alive. You can see me like Illuminati. You can see me like Illuminati. But I'm shining so bright, so bright. Don't come and try to share some of this light. No, give me a beat and I can